And what we'll do after we get good vents going out these windows, maybe we'll shut these windows and open that back door, because we have a flow path there too if we open that back door. And we'll just kind of see what happens. Maybe we'll get this thing heated up enough to flash over in the backdraft. Who was here when we got the lid to lift off it with the backdraft?
Yeah,
That was pretty cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So a lot of leaks, but if we seal that down, where's the flow paths right now? The windows. Why? No positive ventilation. Path of least resistance, right? That's where it wants to exit from. So let's see. Let's see what happens when we put a little bit of air to it, just on low speed. See a difference right there already? Okay. So if somebody close that window up for me, let's see if we can push the fire out the other window then. Yeah? All right. Take away the ventilation. It still wants to flow. You can see it pushing out there under good pressure. And you put the pressure to it then, and it changes. It's almost immediate. See that? And the fire's not real turbulent when we hit it either, because that air has time to push it out and slows down its velocity, but then it picks up velocity to shoot it out the window. Yeah. So there's good vent point ignition. So let's see what happens. Huh?
Rob just kind of accidentally made a good point. He's surprised that paper's not getting caught.
Right, exactly.
But what you've got is you've got the paper on the other side of where the fire's coming out. Hey,
Let's see what happens if we reverse vent this.
Yeah.
Oh, here coming, Frank.
Watch out, Frankie.
Ready?
Coming, Frank. What's that say?
See that flow path right there? So what's this indicative of? It's not a wind-driven fire. So we have a guy either break out a window on purpose, or the fire breaks it out by its own power, and it reverses it back on us, and we've got problems, right? And you can see how turbulent the fire gets inside this window too when we do that. So look at that. So we're over pressurizing and it wants to come back out.
It looks like it's wanting to go into that other room that way too.
Yeah. But we can shift that back out with proper ventilation and even more ventilation. We can double our exhaust. So let's close these windows and open that back door. See if we can shift it out the back door. Pull that door off there. And look at that flow path right there with nothing going on. And we can clean up this interior environment. Slap that door over that back door again, and watch what happens here too. It wants to flow everywhere. Okay, so now pull that off, and watch this clean up a little bit. It cleans up a little bit, but we can clean it up even more with proper ventilation. There's the flow. So, can you open those windows again? Watch your hands.
In the hallway.
It's probably going to breach out into the hallway, yeah. So let's see what we can do by pushing this fire around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to push it out, and we can spread it. Yeah, so exactly. And we can vent this way too. So look at the flow path going out the other way too.
Some dirty smoke.
Whoa!
There's a flash.
Yeah, baby.
Nice flashover.
But we've singed this paper here in the hallway a little bit, but not much. And I wonder if this paper's finally lit. So, yeah. And a lot of people will say, well, we can put that out.
Your transitional attack.
You're standing on the hose.
Yeah, there's a flash.
There's a flash.
Good enough.
Reset the fire.
And again, we clean that stuff up. I think if you were positive pressuring attacking a house, you could set your fan, get your good exhaust going, set your fan just like we would normally do, but hit that sucker from outside because you see what's happening. You're even though you're putting water in, it's forcing all those contaminants, the steam and stuff out with positive pressure. So check and see what's happening. Set up for PPA like you normally would, but incorporate that transitional attack as well out to your exhaust point.
That worked so well on that last part.
It's gonna work, absolutely. And a lot of guys have said, or a couple guys have said, well, I'm not gonna put myself right in front of that exhaust point. Well, god dang, we can hit a fire with a straight stream to that wall right there. You know, you're not in harm's way unless you put yourself in harm's way. So a little bit of common sense is needed.
What?
Yeah. So let me uncover this and we'll put that out a little bit more. Just go ahead and cool that pile off, though, just to stop that burning.
Okay.
And let's take this lid off, Steve. Look at the fire damage in the room there. Let's just leave that open. Where's all the damage? It's all confined, and
You can see right here where it hit on the flow path, but not at all on this.
and look at that piece of paper down there too. What's burnt up? The side just facing the fire, and the other side is, I mean, it's damaged, but it's okay, right? Lots of rescue. Did you read Ryan Royals? Yeah, that was awesome. That was a great article. Opportunities for rescue. Another thing people will say is, well, we had fire all through this building, and when you turned the fan in, it flashed over and everything. Well, yeah, if you don't do anything about it, you know. So all these arguments against positive pressure attack, and all these guys are saying flow path and hit it hard from the yard, you know, go be a baker or whatever if you want to hit it hard. You know what? Stop being a Neanderthal and apply some
One of the most
common
important
sense.
concepts of ventilation is that it's coordinated too.
Yeah.
Whether you're doing vertical or you're doing horizontal, you're doing positive pressure or whatever, it's
Yeah.
got to be coordinated somehow with an attack. So
Well, just that little transitional made all the difference in the world, and it was looking pretty good.
Right. Just a tiny bit of water, and the reality is with an 1 3/4, 15 seconds worth of water it's like 40 gallons. It's not. That's not too much water, you know.
minimal damage.
It takes so little.